I got that ambition. I got that ambition. I got that.
What's up, y'all? Know Smoak here was good. In this video, I'm gonna be watching Liv Morgan arrested, WWE star suffers major injury, SmackDown plans revealed, and more by WrestleMania Wrestle News. Yeah, I decided to put this video up first before I do another part of the 11 dead wrestler first and last matches in WWE from Tap Out Corner. So I was like, I want to see what's good with this video right here. Yeah, I know I gotta work on my presentation in terms of my facial expression. My lack of smile when I be watching my video, it be like low-key killing me. I'm just like, it's just a terrible habit I have, and I guess everybody else who's not used to this presentation stuff. Another step of getting better of, not just this, but like in life and stuff, gotta be like presentable, like when communicating with another person or such. Very important for jobs and stuff. So yeah, I really do gotta, yeah. So, life is all about lessons, so that's cool. So yeah, let's take a watch of this video.
Hey guys, what is going on? This is WrestleMania, back with another episode. Join us now as WrestleMania looks at the 15th December edition of the Blue Brand, as well as all the wildest wrestling news, stories, and rumors you need to know, including Liv Morgan arrested, bad news for Charlotte Flair, Kenny Omega out with an injury, SmackDown spoilers for next week, and more. As always, we won't recap the matches, but look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. The good, AJ Styles is back. AJ Styles is finally back after weeks of speculation. The Phenomenal One's arrival was imminent. AJ's return was a nice way to add some life to tonight's show, even though there is no guarantee WWE.
Bro, look at them, bro. Look like absolute specimen. And they were big for before, obviously. But now them guys made jacked to the core. I'm like, damn. They must have threw that wellness policy out the window or something, man. Because something ain't adding up. They're almost as big, if not big, as LA Knight. As a pro wrestler, you want to have that big physique, but I think they're doing too much, man.
Use them well after tonight. Kabuki Warriors looking good. It's great to see Asuka and Kairi Sane back together. The Kabuki Warriors have always been one of the WWE's best tag team combinations, and they seem like a good fit for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, especially if WWE continues building the women's tag division, as seems to be the case. More women's tag matches. Speaking of the women's tag team division, it looks like Triple H's new policy of featuring women's tag team matches regularly has made it to SmackDown. While Michin and Zelina Vega seem like the most random pairing ever, WrestleMania will take whatever it can get if it means the WWE is rebuilding the women's tag roster. Carmelo Hayes wins. More good news for
this was a surprise. I think it was the last video I did for WrestleMania News. I think that was WrestleMania Wrestle News. Not this narrator, but the other one. He mentions how the U.S. tournament is a waste of time, but right now, it's looking good. Me, I kind of agree with him, but then I wrote, I had a section in the video where I wrote on the line of, it looks useless, at least in the first round. After that, it's just, because you seen Curry and Cross in there, he wasn't going to beat Bobby Lashley. Was it Bobby Lashley face? I think it was Bobby Lashley. Carmelo, the random NXT guy that was going against, Austin Theory, I thought I was gonna be a wash. Nah, this guy did the unthinkable, pretty much. So yeah, this tournament, man, been good so far.
For Carmelo Hayes, as the former NXT champion scored a win in the US title tournament. While Triple H is struggling with his booking as he juggles what seems like a cast of thousands, fans can see progress in pushing younger talent such as Hayes and Dragon Lee. It might take months, but at least there's progress. Damage Control build continues. Tonight's Damage Control build was good as the group teased solidarity for a week, with Bayley praising everyone for their accomplishments, and the role model promising to deliver by winning the Royal Rumble and going after Rhea Ripley. Fans know where this is headed, but since Bayley's ouster from the group is still a ways off, fans have to wait as the WWE prepares to pull the trigger. The bad, recycling Roman. Tonight's Roman Reigns return was good in that it exemplifies the law of diminishing returns. Otherwise, it was all bad, as the WWE seems to think Roman Reigns can show up, insult his latest opponent, tease dissension in the bloodline, dish out a bloodline beatdown, and ride off into the sunset until his next appearance, resulting in the WWE Universe treating it with all the fanfare of a WrestleMania main event. At some point, fans have to wonder if the WWE is better off just digitizing Roman into the show and sparing him of the need for unnecessary travel. Randy.
And I think too, it been reported that his contract is going to expire after WrestleMania. It was also reported that he plans on leaving after his contract expire. I don't know if that part is true or false. But I mean, honestly, he might as well go, bro. We barely see the dude. Might as well just leave forever, you know what I mean? Not forever, but for the time being.
Randy Orton's promo was by the numbers weak.
Wow.
The upcoming Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns match should be huge, but there are two problems. The first is that it's taking place at the Royal Rumble, which means there's no chance in hell of Reigns dropping the title before the WWE's biggest show of the year.
Man, that was my same exact thought, bro. CM Punk was a whole different story. Number one, when he was WWE champion for 434 days, he never made it a pay-per-view. And he's the top guy. At least you think he is, with that gold wrapped around his waist that Vince McMahon treasures so much because he's the foundation of the company. Because Cena versus the Rock was gonna have a rematch at WrestleMania 30. And The Rock was like, yeah, I'm bringing the WWE Championship with me. That way he could drop the belt to John Cena and he could continue doing his Hollywood stuff. I'm low-key disappointed at that CM Punk thing. But yeah, let me just continue with this.
The second is that the WWE is going about this all wrong, as the Legend Killer is walking around the ring like a neutered dog instead of an apex predator. Orton's promo lacked the ferocity you'd expect from a guy who has spent the last 18 months watching The Price is Right at home thanks to the bloodline. Orton should be dishing out punt kicks and doing everything possible to dismantle Roman's allies before the match. Instead, he's being booked like another one of Reigns' sacrificial lambs, the last thing Orton fans want from their hero. Karrion Kross vignette. Does anyone think he'll...
Come on, he just got back. This is the beginning of the bloodline feud. Or the beginning of the continuation, I guess. Like, maybe that will come down to it. Let's just see what happens. You can't be hasty now.
Be pushed. Karrion Kross is back and on the prowl, as seen by his latest vignette. However, who does WWE think they're fooling? Does anyone think Kross is suddenly set for a major push after over a year of mediocrity? The downright ugly. Nothing ugly tonight, but SmackDown felt like the WWE was coasting towards the new year. Roman Reigns sleepwalked through another of his rare appearances, and the WWE did the bare minimum necessary to set up Orton versus Reigns at the Royal Rumble. Liv Morgan arrested. Topping today's news is a developing story concerning WWE superstar Liv Morgan, aka Gianna Daddio, who was arrested on 15th December in the Villages, a section of Florida known for its retirement communities.
Real talk, that mugshot is fire, bro.
Here's what we know so far, according to VillageNews.com. Daddio was driving a yellow Jeep at about 6:30 p.m. Thursday on County Road 476 when a Sumter County Sheriff's deputy noticed the vehicle crossed over the yellow and white lines on the roadway several times, according to an arrest report. When the deputy approached the Jeep, the odor of marijuana was detected.
Yeah.
The article goes on to explain, a small plastic bag containing marijuana was found in a pink fuzzy bag in the vehicle. A vape pen containing an oil-like substance was found in the Jeep's center console. The substance tested positive for marijuana. Daddio was arrested on charges of possession of synthetic cannabinoid, possession of marijuana, and possession of drug equipment. She was booked at the Sumter County Detention Center and released after posting $3,000 bond. Morgan has been out of action since suffering a shoulder injury last summer. No return date has been mentioned, but this could complicate things for the former SmackDown Women's Champion. As Ringside News' Felix Upton noted, the WWE doesn't issue wellness policy suspensions for THC. However, Upton noted the following clause in the wellness policy that could prove problematic for Morgan. Any WWE talent who is arrested, convicted, or who admits to a violation of law relating to use, possession, purchase, sale, or distribution of drugs will be in material breach of his or her contract with WWE and subject to immediate dismissal. This doesn't mean Morgan is going to be future endeavored, but there is the potential for serious ramifications. Charlotte Flair in...
You know, And that's just not fair, bro. Cause you know it's weed. It don't do no harm really. But my thing is this: if it was just drug possession of weed, then it's like, bro, just like what are we doing? The fact that she was intoxicated or indicated that she was intoxicated, that's different because that's DUI. You know what I mean? You can't be doing that because if you strike something and you're under the influence, bottom line, you're effed. For real.
Injury update. The WWE has released an injury update for Charlotte Flair, and the news is not good. Details
Shit.
remain scarce, but the WWE announced on the 15th December Blue brand that the Queen injured her knee and is expected to be out for 9 months. WrestleMania will continue following this story and sends its best to Charlotte for a full recovery. Kenny Omega reveals he's out of action again.
Damn.
Terrible news for AEW fans as Kenny Omega announces he's out indefinitely.
How do you
Omega
hear
took
about
to
this?
X on 15th December to reveal, "I can't really sugarcoat this, I'm out indefinitely. I tried to keep pushing past the pain for as long as I could until it became too much. Luckily, doctors caught me when they did. I'll be here, so in the meantime, please enjoy wrestling." More details have come in since Omega's tweet, with Fightful Select's Sean Ross Sapp reporting Omega was diagnosed with diverticulitis. We're told Kenny had been ill throughout the last week, even ahead of his match with Ethan Page. He still did the match and the promos, and sought medical attention after, where he was hospitalized and diagnosed with diverticulitis. Get well soon to Kenny. The Mayo Clinic describes diverticulitis as, diverticula are small, bulging pouches that can form in the lining of your digestive system. The presence of diverticula is known as diverticulosis. When one or more of the pouches become inflamed, and in some cases infected, that condition is known as diverticulitis. Diverticulitis can cause severe abdominal pain, fever, nausea, and a marked change in your bowel habits. As for treatment, the Mayo Clinic explains, mild diverticulitis can be treated with rest, changes in your diet, and antibiotics.
Alright.
Severe or recurring diverticulitis may require surgery.
Yeah.
No word on when Omega will be able to wrestle, but the most important thing is that he focus on his health. Kenny Omega is the epitome of a wrestler who works through pain and injuries. However, even Omega has his limits when it comes to what his body can endure. As Wrestling News' Angel Arambolis pointed out, Omega took a hiatus from AEW in November of 2021 due to injuries, and he later underwent hernia and knee surgery. Omega's been wrestling primarily in tag and trios matches since his return to action. WrestleMania sends its best to Kenny Omega for a fast and full recovery. No plans for Mercedes Moné in AEW? Have plans fallen through for Mercedes Moné in AEW? While it's often tricky to pierce wrestling's veil of trickery, after all, this is an industry that's long been based off of fooling its audience, a recent report has some pundits believing Mercedes Moné, aka former WWE superstar Sasha Banks, is no longer planning to work with AEW. If so, does that mean the WWE Universe could see Banks bounce back into the WWE after her 2022 exit? Fightful Select's Sean Ross Sapp recently held a Q&A session and was asked whether Mercedes plans to work with AEW soon. Moné was spotted in the crowd at AEW's All In Wembley Stadium show, fueling speculation she would work some sort of program in AEW once she healed from her ankle injury. However, Sapp is reporting, "I haven't heard anything except that the once working plans for Mercedes and AEW are no longer working plans." In addition, Sapp noted he hasn't heard of any talks between WWE and Moné. However, fans shouldn't take Sapp's report as gospel. This has nothing to do with his reliability, but with wrestling promotion's reputation for working news sources to keep fans in the dark about a wrestler's arrival. This should be clear after months of denial by WWE sources that CM Punk was returning to the company. SmackDown spoilers for
Yeah, and like she posted a story recently of her in her NXT days, so maybe it's coming. She probably come back in the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? Royal Rumble is the perfect place if you want a surprise entrant. You know, CM Punk did a Survivor Series because with Chicago, you're gonna make your debut. Might as well be in your hometown. Yeah, I'm gonna end this video right here. It was a spoiler for next week's show. Charlotte Flair being injured for 9 months. Yeah, that's trash, bro. But you know, for the women division too. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace. I'm out.